Welcome to episode 12 of Twitch
Come in. Come in. Matt? Yeah, I called you earlier this morning and made the appointment. Have a seat. $20 will get us started. All right, I want to be honest with you. Like, I don't really believe in all this magic stuff. First of all, it's not magic. And second of all, the spirits do not appreciate talk like that, and they will curse you. Got it. I see that you have... Well, let me... Got some tiny ones. I'm gonna try these out first. Maybe no more. I actually can't feel it at all. It's like cracked on the inside. Okay. We're gonna shoot a small one. Before we shoot though, I just wanted to try to show you guys how big these things are. They're huge. Same deal. Glass ball. It still went high. I'm gonna go steady shot off camera to see how it went. Wow. Like 3 pieces? Oh, no, there's no. 4 pieces. Cool. Don't know, but you know. Wow. Maybe we're at millimeter. What if it just like explodes? Like just. Or if it does nothing? What if it's just like bink and does nothing? I'm predicting less damage than you'd think. I think it's gonna be unimpressive with a 9mm. Either I missed or it was very unimpressive. Wow, what the heck, man? Like, it doesn't look like there's any depth to that at all. Crazy, you see all those little spirals? That did nothing. Like nothing. Whoa, come look at it from this side. Look how crazy that looks. What the heck? That's wild. Wait, what is this? That's new. That's what it did on the little one too. What the heck? So that's on this side. It knocked a chunk out. Oh, it's freaking magic. The spirits, they're real. This is where we hit. We're gonna give her a little turn here and shoot there with a 45 ACP. Out of the old Desert Eagle 1911. Oh wow, went right through it, totally. Oh wait, no, it stopped. Wow, so this knocked out, so that rippling you can't feel. Totally under the surface. This looks like the same rippling, but you can feel it because it knocked off these sheets. Crazy, but still like barely made it deep at all. The real question is, did it knock out a chunk in the back? Look at that! Little bitty crack right there. Someone tell me what the heck is happening here. How can we hit this side? It does nothing until it gets to here, and then it makes a crack or a hole. What the heck is happening? Also, this is cool. I can kind of chip away all the loose stuff and leave the nice, pretty rippled glass here. All right, more magic. So here's the front where you hit it with that 45. If you zoom in here, you can see that little bitty crack. Look, that's the little crack. You can see it all the way through this magic ball. Not magic. I didn't mean to call it magic. 9mm, 45 ACP. We're gonna rotate. There's our hit. That's all 40. That's our biggest hit so far. Behind it. Let's see what it does to that glass ball. Oh man. From that 44 mag. All the 44 Magnum break. That looks like I could touch it without getting cut. Wow, it's totally smooth. What the heck? How does that happen? I mean, that looks like probably not. Yeah, that looks like it would cut me. But this is like perfectly made me rough. We actually, that's all we got. So our hit, and way faster than a 44 Magnum. So I wanted to see how that made a difference. And it looks like it did actually make a pretty good difference. There's our hit, and it's going way fast. I'm just gonna fire one round and then we'll go investigate and see what it looks like. Woo, that was a good hit. The 5.56 is going way faster than a 44 Magnum. So I wanted to see how that made a difference. And it looks like it did actually make a pretty good difference. There's our hit, and cracked. Oh, you can feel it. So it like cracked all the way back here. Anything in the back? There's a little tiny scratch. I don't know if that was there. That would, like, that could be it, but it just seems too convenient. Wow, look how crazy that is reflecting off of that. Wild. Okay, I would say, I mean, it did definitely do more damage than the 44 Magnum, but the 44 Magnum did so much more damage on the backside. Let's keep shooting. Messed up. Look at this. I don't have to go sharp pieces. And I mean, you guys want to shoot a 50 at it? No? You don't want to? Oh, you do? Okay, let's do that. How about a 50 BMG red and silver tip? This is a armor piercing incendiary, which means armor piercing means it goes deep. Incendiary means it explodes, and the red means tracer, so it's also tracing. It should be pretty dangerous. So I'm behind this super safe armor, some sheet metal in my truck, and we're gonna shoot it from about 20 yards and see what happens. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh, jeez. Oh. It's gone. Here's where it, what? No way! Oh my gosh, that is 1 in a million. So it came in here, hit the ball, went straight down and stuck. I feel like y'all are gonna think that's fake. That's crazy. Okay, the ball is everywhere. Like, I think like 50 feet radius, every direction I think it went. A lot of it went backwards, which was interesting. It hit that far, knocked it this way and that way. But this is wild. I gotta get that out. Okay, I'm about to sneeze again. I think I actually have been cursed because I am not allergic to things normally, but I cannot freaking breathe right now. I feel like I'm cursed. Okay, what I'm gonna do, guys, oh my gosh, is we have one more of those big balls, and I'm gonna put it in the front of Bunker Branding. I'm also gonna put this thing in the front of Bunker Branding. So if you wanna come check out our storefront, it'll be up there. I'll sign it, and if you wanna take a picture with it, you guys can come touch it.
Okay, here we are for low render distance.
Pull yourself up. Listen up. Alright, Brad's gonna be fine. We gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm hit.
Okay, here we are for low render distance. GTA 5 cutscene run. I don't know if I'll put the entire thing on YouTube or not, or I'll just do highlights, but we'll see what happens. Oops, I need to start the timer myself, because the autodisplay doesn't work on the US patch.
Everybody pays attention, no one gets hurt. Go! Open the door! They'll get worse than hurt! Hey!
I like how they pop in and out. I guess it just depends on where the camera is.
Hands behind your back.
Come on, mister. We're giving you everything you want.
Don't even think about it.
I'll do it.
Get in there.
He's just a colored blob.
Don't blow yourself up. I'm hit. Oh, Jesus. Gee.
It's fine. 2 if you want it turned up. Okay, okay. Okay. Look at their hands, it's like pincers. It's Vice City. Look how high quality the bottle is compared to everything else.
I know just how you feel.
Man, shit gotta be around here somewhere.
Unless they buried it under the sand, fool. Another brilliant Lamar Davis production.
Man, fuck you. Hey, excuse me, homie. Can you tell me where Berto Beach House is?
No, homie, I cannot.
Man, won't you come on? Fuck.
Actually, yeah. It's that house right there with the yellow stairs.
Yeah. Good looking out, homie. Appreciate it.
Man, get your stupid ass on. Damn. Why don't you ask him if he knows the fucking owner? Or better yet, do some skywriting that reads there's a couple niggas here about to boost some cars in case somebody didn't realize.
See, what you don't realize is we ain't boosting. This shit is legit business.
Legit. Oh yeah, I forgot, huh? 401ks, tax returns and all? Yeah, right.
You the one all pumped up on doing this lick, nigga. I'm getting my money in the hood. I'm straight, fool. I'm cool.
You cool? Cool what? Slinging dope and throwing up gang signs? Yeah, right.
Whatever, homie.
There's a person in the house.
Yeah, homie. This the spin knot right here. Your boy Simeon wasn't bullshit.
Man, get your ass in there. Man, bring your ass, fool.
Kato's still there.
Boss somebody.
Come on. Come on.
Hello, Kato. Bye, Kato.
Damn, this nigga must got the baby dick. Like that? Bobby big dick on a nigga, huh?
Shit, for real, homie. Damn, this motherfucker got robo roof and everything, nigga.
He should have paid the nizzo.
Man, you gotta grind to keep that shit. Now it's back on us.
Hell yeah, I want to see what it do. Hey, hit me on the speakerphone, Long.
Oh, it's like that? For sure, homie.
Is that what he's pressing? The speakerphone when he...
Right up here, homie.
Oh.
I'm about to go nice and slow for your bitch ass.
not gonna get the boost. Oh no, where am I?
Hey, remember we gotta be careful with
What did I hit?
homie. The Simeon ain't about to dock my peg in.
Homie, man,
I missed the
you need
boost.
some bread, I can hook you up with JB's tow
Whoops.
truck. It ain't got glamour, but it's some money to be made.
So him and Tanya can smoke crack in peace?
Console gaming experience replicated on PC. Where's the brake boost? God, I'm pretty sure I missed the brake boost. I'm gonna try as hard as I can to do the normal strats, because a part of this is also, you know, continuing to refresh into my mind the classic percent routes.
Hey, be careful.
Oh god, this. There's a truck here. There it is. Okay. There's often a car on the left here, I think. Oh. It's weird how different textures work, though, because some of them are roughly what they were. Oh Jesus, what they were before. Oh. Others you can literally see through the ground. Oh no no no. Will this be the first time Lamar actually beats me? Nah. It's often a car. Okay, it's a lot of pulse onto the ground.
I've been faster than your lanky ass since kindergarten, homie.
Been driving since kindergarten, man. Oh, come on! Is this it? Yeah. Oh.
Don't make no fucking sense.
No! He's gonna beat me!
Who else you lanky?
Get out of it, you stupid guard. This is just completely rendered correctly. Under the ground.
That bucket don't look like the whip we picked up.
Existing damages, motherfucker.
Yeah, whatever, homie. Oh shit, the one time.
Be cool, fool. We got the paperwork.
Whatever, you explain that shit. I'll see you at the dealership.
Explain that shit my ass.
I don't recall. I'm not gonna be able to make it through here. Oh, oh, oh. I don't recall that dialogue before. I guess I've never done that much damage to the car. Didn't lose the cops early. Dang. How's my Valentine? I barely even knew it existed. I went for a lunch with some Twitch people. Not that I knew it was a meet people thing. It was nice. Expensive, but nice. Cost a while to get there. Cost a lot to get there. A levitating tree. Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought I went too far in there.
I don't get you, bro. You are a racist and I don't like you. And I
Lamar, you're not looking too good, my friend.
not. You make my skin crawl, you neo-Nazi. Hey, you are all the same. You're disgusting. This racist insulted me. Hey, what's up, boo? What you calling a nigga?
No, I'm not calling nobody a nigga.
Wait, what the fuck?
I mean, N-word. That's not cool, man. I don't say that.
You fucking right, and you better keep it right, because this man right here, he's an international businessman, a multiculturalist.
That I could not have said better myself. But seriously, maybe he's not a racist. But I don't think that he is man enough for a car like this.
Wait a second.
This guy right here, him, get him a hybrid. That's a real man's car.
I think you are right, Lamar. You get a tax rebate. I understand. Money is an issue, eh?
Money isn't an issue.
This is the best part. Watch this when he reel him in. He gonna get all his full money. Watch this.
Look, man, I gotta go. Hey, Simeon, I'm out. I'll holler at you, homie.
It's the best part, man.
So, Jimmy, are you sure
It's just so good, man. Into the ether.
How about we fall through, homie?
Like, why is the ground like this?
This chump change. How?
I guess the ground must be divided into sections or
Oh,
something?
knock a bad, grown and sexy bitch. If I ain't got a fat peas eye.
Who you trying to impress?
Okay. Like, I know the gap isn't that. Oh, I see it isn't that large.
With all that ass, nigga, she got ass.
She grown. Man, shit, it's good to be home.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with. Nigga.
What?
You guys see that clip of that anime avatar
Y'all telling me?
mimicking that scene?
Here, we living on top of each other and it ain't right. Shoo! Get on out of here. Okay, baby. I see you at the thing. You hear?
Where'd the TV go?
I was on the phone, boy. Don't be listening. freeloader.
Franklin's health can be restored by... Oh. Nice. Thank you, Somebody Move, for the 391. Thank you, Penrose, for the sub. The Quisha for the sub. Sam for $3. Drew for the sub. Not Enough Damage for 345. How's the run going so far? I don't think it's going too well. I'm going to have to turn on autosave, I think. I didn't think about doing that, but I think that would be a very smart move. I have no idea if things would just break at some point. Okay, doing the warp. I probably failed. Oh, I got it. Okay. I could have listened to the phone call, man. What? Give me the back. I'm gonna leave Lamar behind, which is I'm gonna mission fail. Yeah. Need it, guys. The stairs giving me the assist. Ah. Okay. It'd be interesting to know how it prioritizes different things. Like, why was the ground completely invisible? I guess because there was a bit above me? Dive off strat. Wow. Oh.
Told you, I don't do that shit.
On TikTok, there's always these money-making schemes and shit, and they all have like 10 trillion likes. It's weird. How cute Chop is.
Okay.
E has for the subs. Dan, Dog. Chief for the subs. I hope you all enjoyed the sub back. And the emotes, my friends. Thank you, thank you. Am I anywhere close? Am I going the right way? I think. I definitely take a different route. Where is he?
You ain't recognize me.
I knew it was you before you took that flag off. You always been dumb, Lamar.
How's the audio, guys? Do you want the audio turned up, or type 1 if it's fine, 2 if you want it turned up? Okay, okay.
Maybe if you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass and she'll
He's just wise.
You didn't have to do that. Let's get going. There'll be time for grieving later.
It's weird though that he's like
his eyes! He's crazy!
He's just white.
You didn't have to do that! Let's get going! There'll be time for grieving later!
It's weird.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
This yellow-haired warrior goddess has proven that she can kick some serious butt. Uma Thurman is an extremely talented actress whose filmography is full of amazing movies. She is known for bringing to life larger-than-life characters, and becoming a muse for some of the greatest filmmakers of all time. Tarantino, Gilliam, Van Zandt, Von Trier, Linklater, Frears, Woody Allen, and more. And she's even a Fall Out Boy song.
She wants to dance like Uma Thurman and I can't get you out of my head.
This uniquely glamorous queen of the screen was the talk of the town for years, always challenging herself and always surprising moviegoers, and never settling on a normal character. But it seems like the Uma party has slowed down a bit. Is the era of Uma over? The Uma era? Will she ever rise up again from her cinematic slump? Is she even in a cinematic slump? Will there ever be a Kill Bill Volume 3? Or a Nymphomaniac Volume 3? Does she need a big comeback needle injected straight into her heart? Or is she fine just doing her thing? I will try my best to somewhat answer some of those questions, as we find out what the f*** happened to Uma Thurman.
Hi there.
In order to truly understand what the f*** happened to Madame Thurman, we must start at the beginning. And I guess Uma biologically began with her parents. Her mother was a model and the ex-wife of LSD guru Timothy Leary, and her father was the first gringo to become a Tibetan monk. Those two crazy lovebirds were destined to create a wild child like Uma. And they did. And she was born on her birthday. Young Uma Thurman was bullied by the brats she went to school with, and Uma would escape their torment through the school's acting program. 'Cause nothing stops bullies like the power of theater. And then she became a professional model at the age of 15, well before the age of Instagram. #NoFilter. 1984 was huge for the career of Uma, the year, not the book, and at the age of 17, young Uma was flown to Rome to act in Terry Gilliam's outrageous extravaganza of a movie, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. And of course, Uma was perfectly cast as Venus, the goddess of love. Her beauty has been described as otherworldly by beauty experts. This was her first role from her first audition, which is practically unheard of in the industry, but Uma, she did it. She learned young that Holly weird makes you show your skin to get ahead in the biz, and early in her career, Uma definitely showed her fair share, which we can't show you here, cause it's YouTube, and she's like 17, right? Is that legal? Okay, moving on.
Hello.
After shooting Munchausen, she hit the road running and appeared in 3 more films that year. One was something called Kiss Daddy Goodnight, and nobody saw it. Nobody kissed Daddy goodnight. Poor Daddy. She also joined in on the second string Brat Pack with the film Johnny Be Good. She plays the love interest of Mr. Johnny Be Good, and Anthony Michael Hall plays Johnny Be Good. He's a cool high school football hotshot, breaking type as the high school nerd. And there's a young Robert Downey Jr. as the fun-loving friend. This 80s teen comedy was filmed in my hometown, San Antonio, Tejas, and film nerds from all around the world slowly drive past this high school football field as they admire this historical cinematic location to this forgettable film. But this movie has some fun 80s comedy charm that never fails if you put on those nostalgia goggles. Those nostalgia goggles come in handy. You want to know my favorite part of Johnny Be Good? It's when Uma Thurman told Johnny Be Good to be good. She was like, Johnny, be good. Then came her breakthrough performance when she worked with director Stephen Frears in Dangerous Liaisons. The film did alright at the box office, but the critics really enjoyed themselves with this one. Maybe the critics enjoyed this erotic thriller a little too much. You dirty, dirty critics, you. Then came Henry and June, another film for those dirty, dirty critics. They liked it a lot. Uma was praised for her performance in this erotic motion picture. Her sex scenes actually created the NC-17 rating. So that's an accomplishment. She was also in a Robin Hood movie in 1991, but her thunder was stolen by the Prince of Thieves himself, Kevin Costner, who also made a Robin Hood movie in 1991. Then Miss Uma met and fell in love with actor Gary Oldman. I mean, how could you not? The two married and the relationship was rocky from the beginning. Now, she didn't marry the Gary Oldman we know today. No. This wasn't the humble old man Oldman. This was the wild and crazy young man Oldman. It seems like early 90s Gary Oldman was plagued with anger and substance abuse problems. And apparently he has since turned his life around, but back then he was pretty much like his character in Leon the Professional. Or more like Sid Vicious, actually. Or even the guy from The Fifth Element. Everyone! Gary Oldman was out of control. Not very good husband material. And Uma got out of that Gary love trap as soon as she could and divorced him 18 months later. But none of this ever slowed Uma down. She kept working on films and held her own alongside some of Hollywood's strongest leading men of the time. Like in the film Final Analysis with her fellow Buddhist, Richard Gere, and Mad Dog in Glory with Robert De Niro and Bill Murray, which was unfortunately considered a flop. In 1994, she worked with the art house weirdo genius Gus Van Sant on the film Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. Uma plays a bisexual hitchhiker with gigantic thumbs. And this picture was all frosting and no cake, according to film critic Gene Siskel, who is never wrong. And he also called the film a disappointment. Even though the great and powerful Siskel and Ebert both respect the work of Gus Van Sant, this one didn't do it for them, and many others. Are you one of those others? Or did you like this film? Comment your comment in the comments! Even Cowgirls Get the Blues is a modern-day Western road film with a feminine twist. The film had a horrible premiere at the Toronto Film Festival, and the studio re-edited the film before its major release. But nothing could stop this cowgirl from getting the blues. Also in 1994 came Quentin Tarantino's Oscar-winning, groundbreaking, blockbuster masterpiece Pulp Fiction. And Uma received an Oscar nomination. Well deserved. And Oscar host David Letterman did a hilarious riff on the new wave of unusual Hollywood names.
Oprah? Uma? Uma? Oprah? I feel much better. Have you kids met Keanu?
Uma is great as Mia, perfect casting, you just can't take your eyes off her. But Uma Thurman did have her doubts about taking on this hot mess of a character until Quentin Tarantino read her the script over the phone and met with her. They hung out for hours talking about movies and quickly becoming BFFs. Best friends forever. Every line Uma Thurman says and snorts is magnificent. She gets to dance, she gets to overdose, and she even gets to pitch Kill Bill, like a decade before it happened. The set of Pulp Fiction is actually where the idea of Kill Bill was born. Quentin was inspired by his talented actress and wrote an epic kung fu revenge story, just for her. And in Pulp Fiction, just like Vincent Vega, the whole world fell in love with this fierce, forbidden female overnight.
It was a show about a team of female secret agents called Fox Force 5.
What?
Fox Force 5. Fox as in we're a bunch of foxy chicks. Force as in we're a force to be reckoned with. And 5 as in there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
Next, Uma did a series of well-received romantic comedies. She was in the rom-com Beautiful Girls, where she played one of the beautiful girls. Another rom-com called A Month by the Lake. And yet another rom-com, The Truth About Cats and Dogs, with Janine Garofalo. 1998 was the year of Gattaca, where she met Ethan Hawke. They soon married and had 2 kids. One went on to be the girl in Stranger Things, but Hawke and Thurman's marriage would end in divorce because Hollywood. But back to Gattaca, it is a wonderful sci-fi social commentary that takes place in the not-too-distant future, so watch out, guys. Gattaca's coming. She is stunning in this futuristic world full of wonderful set design. I love it. Look at that. Looks cool. It's not my favorite sci-fi utopia thriller, but it's definitely thought-provoking. And I love it when my thoughts are provoked. And I guess her and Ethan have some chemistry. I guess so. You guys see any chemistry there? Comment your comment in the comments. Many critics praised the sci-fi neo-noir flick, but audiences were not too impressed with it at the time, upon its release. But flash forward to the not-too-distant future, and Gattaca has become a cult hit. So are you part of the cult of Gattaca? Then she got to live every evil little girl's dream and became a supervillain in the film Batman and Robin. It's an infamously horrendous superhero flick. Some call it the worst of all time, but I think it's fun and silly and it has a special place in my heart. Maybe it's Poison Ivy's hypnotic spell, but I really enjoy this stupid mess of a motion picture. Uma actually loved that she was encouraged to go over the top in this one, and sometimes the top needs to be gone over. It's a wonderful and horrible film at the same time.
Sorry, my vines have a crush on you. Gotta go. So many people to kill, so little time.
First, she conquered the world of Batman, then it was time for Uma Thurman to take over the world of the Avengers. Not those Avengers, though. The ones based on the old British TV show. What, they have TV shows in Britain? Uma got to kick butt, and that's always nice. I haven't seen the film since I was a kid, but I liked it then. So you know how that goes. The British Avengers bombed at the box office. But it's not Uma's fault, don't get mad at her, she tries her best. And then she worked with Woody Allen in The Sweet and Lowdown. Now say what you want about Woody Allen, but he is one of my favorite filmmakers who married his daughter. And there's no doubt that Woody is blessed in the art of writing terrific dialogue, and not every thespian can just spit out Woody's words, but Uma held her own, and she does just fine in this very interesting film about jazz and the people who make jazz.
He could only feel pain for his music. Such is the ego of genius. Must get used to it.
Then she gave a very disappointing performance in the film The Golden Bowl. Many critics said that she was miscast and the role was out of her range as an actress. Ooh, major diss. But that's okay, at least she tried. And that's more than most people can say. Uma then joined the ensemble cast in Chelsea Walls. an art film directed by her then husband Ethan Hawke. Then she worked with Ethan Hawke again in Richard Linklater's Tape. Stuck.
I loved you. I did. I was totally in love with you that night.
How good am I at this thing?
Absolutely nothing about martial arts to becoming a master herself. And by the end of the training, she was a wonderful warrior woman, full of deadly skills that shine on the silver screen. And then came Now That's What I Call Kill Bill Volume 2, and Uma and her sword finished up this bloody tale of vengeance. This time the vibe was more spaghetti western rather than kung fu flick, but don't worry, there's still plenty of kung fu. Incredible kung fu, if I do say so myself. Not that I would know, I mean, I'm not a... But it looks good to me. There's less of a body count in Kill Bill Volume 2, but more of the story unfolds in this volume, featuring many incredible sequences like when the bride is buried alive, and the trailer park girl-on-girl showdown between Uma and Hana. Because of the success of the Kill Bills, Uma Thurman was able to earn a $12.5 million salary in 2005's Be Cool, the sequel to Get Shorty. She got to dance with John Travolta again, and it was cool, because those two know how to be cool. Even though her career was skyrocketing, Uma Thurman's personal life was falling apart, which I will gossip about right now. Like most Hollywood marriages, or marriages in general, her marriage to Ethan Hawke came to an end. Rumors of Ethan's infidelity were everywhere. It was so scandalous. The tale of Hollywood's it couple was over, and Uma opened up on Oprah. And Oprah made everything better again. Uma Oprah, Oprah Uma.
I think that's great.
What if your crazy ex-girlfriend had superpowers? Which seems like it could be a funny SNL skit or something, but to draw that joke out for an entire full-length motion picture? Freaking up. That's how bad these romantic comedies are. That's a true fact. That kind of humor is the unfunny kind. Then Uma Thurman returned to what made her a star in the first place. Controversial, heavily sexual, erotic material. And there was plenty of that in the films Nymphomaniac, see porno. But all I can say about the Nymph and Dad. Then came more less than stellar, forgettable films. Like Burnt, The Con is On, and Down a Dark Hall. So she stepped away from the silver screen and traded it in for the stage. In 2017, Uma Thurman made her Broadway debut in the political play The Parisian Woman. Donald J. Trump was elected during the development of the play, so they added real-world political events to the narrative to keep it fresh. Uma was doing 8 shows a week and says it was the most challenging role of her career.
You know what they say, if you're not a Democrat when you're young, you don't have a heart. If you're not a Republican when you're old, you don't have a brain.
Uma Thurman then worked with that crazy person named Lars von Trier again with the film The House That Jack Built. This time, Matt Dillon, Uma, and von Trier disturb us with graphic violence. It was so violent that many people walked out of this 2.5-hour film during its premiere at Cannes. So that means the film that Lars built is either really good or really bad. Uma plays Lady Number 1, and spoiler alert to this serial killer movie, Lady Number 1 is killed off in the first 10 minutes, but there's still 2 hours and 20 minutes left, so keep watching if you care to see Jack build that house. Whew, Lars von Trier, I respect you, but sometimes you're a little much. Whew. And just like drama on the screen, there is drama in real life. Uma Thurman had to deal with an ugly custody battle with her billionaire ex-fiance. It's all just nasty, nasty stuff, especially when billions of dollars of money and children are involved. It always gets nasty. And it was all over the tabloids, and thank God for Wendy Williams for keeping me up to date on all the juicy celebrity gossip. Thanks, girl. Love ya.
You know, he also claims that she blew through 6 to 7 nannies last year and treated, the pregnancy like it was a business deal. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have to know who you lay with.
Ooh. This is true.
So just like the bride, Uma Thurman had a man who wronged her. And now, it was time for her to get revenge. And that man was not named Bill. No. That man was named Harvey. Harvey Weinstein. Allegedly, Harvey Weinstein attacked Uma Thurman. Twice. Forcing himself upon her in hotel rooms. You know, the Harvey way. This was back in the 90s, and she didn't feel comfortable telling her story. Until recently. Harvey denies the claims, by the way. Uma Thurman has great regrets for not speaking up sooner, and feels responsible for which this whole situation is so very footage. But the studio wouldn't hand over the footage unless she agreed not to sue. So I don't know how that works. It took 15 years for the studio to release the crash footage. Tarantino has since deeply apologized and has expressed great regret for making his best friend do the stunt. And actually Tarantino helped Uma get the footage released, so he did that. And he feels very, very sorry for breaking Uma's trust. But I hear she has forgiven him. The death box. Tarantino thought it was safe. He even did a test drive himself. But it didn't go so well for Uma, and this car accident permanently damaged her knees and her neck. The crash was captured on film, and in order to sue the studio, Uma needed the footage, but the studio wouldn't hand over the footage unless she agreed not to sue. So I don't know how that works. It took 15 years for the studio to release the crash footage. Tarantino has since deeply apologized and has expressed great regret for making his best friend do the stunt. And actually Tarantino helped Uma get the footage released, so he did that. And he feels very, very sorry for breaking Uma's trust. But I hear she has forgiven him and is open to working together again. I mean, she can't be too mad. She let her daughter work with him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so there's that. But I really, really do hope that Quentin Tarantino and Uma Thurman work together again. Which better be soon, because Quentin Tarantino claims that he only has one more film left in him. And I'm not sure if Kill Bill Volume 3 counts as one more film, or if that's included in Volume 1 and 2 as one film. I don't know, the Tarantino universe is complicated. But I actually would rather see these BFF frenemies reunite and do something original. Who cares about Volume 3? Just give us something new and good. Uma, Quentin, do it! You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, she don't need Tarantino. Nuh-uh. This independent woman can make it on her own. But it would be nice to see her reunite with Quentin. I'm just saying. Recently, Uma Thurman has been keeping busy with the TV series Chambers, so if you need your Uma fix, you can always check her out on Netflix. And just let me know if you need to use my password. So, after decades of memorable characters, Uma has left her mark on the art of cinema. You know, and not just a mark, no, she chopped it up and tore it apart. In a good way. And there's still more to come. So nobody should give a f*** about what the f*** happened to Uma Thurman. Because you know what? She's still a badass, she's still doing it, she's still got the goods. And I can feel good things coming. I know that any day now, Uma will surprise us with yet another comeback. I feel it. Because you know what? Movies need her. Like popcorn. So I just want to say thank you very much to Miss Uma Thurman for making such amazing, amazing films. She has been beaten and bruised by the ugliness of Hollyweird, both on screen and in real life. But she still stands strong, like a true cinematic samurai. Keep fighting, Uma. Keep fighting.
want you to hit me as hard as you can.
She has a smile that has charmed audiences for 2 decades. Cameron Diaz reinvented the blonde bombshell, and then she showed us that she's more than just a blonde bombshell. A Farley brother has described Madame Diaz as Grace Kelly with gas. And she even won the first ever Nickelodeon Burp Award, which is a glorious achievement that no one can ever take away from her. Cameron Diaz has blessed us with many fun, unique, and thought-provoking films, working with some of the greatest filmmakers of all time. Scorsese, Ridley Scott, Oliver Stone, Cameron Crowe, Spike Jonze, Michel Gondry, Danny Boyle, and McG. And I'm sure we all remember exactly where we were at the moment we first gazed eyes on her talent in The Mask, back in good old 1994. But you know, Cameron Diaz has not appeared in a feature film since good old 2014? Yeah, and right now it's not so good, not so old 2020, so that's a lot of years to go without Cameron. Lead female role in the major motion picture The Mask. And she had absolutely zero acting experience. But she took to the silver screen like a fish takes to water. And I'm gonna be honest, this is probably one of the greatest on-screen debuts of all time. Like, the moment she appears on screen, you know you're witnessing a superstar being born. She was instantly compared to classic beauties like Marilyn Monroe. And in this movie, The Mask, Cameron Diaz holds her own alongside the cartoonish comedic madman that is Jim Carrey. And it's funny because poor innocent Cameron had no idea what she was getting into, and wasn't even sure if The Mask was going to be playing in theaters. She was worried that her parents would never get to see it.
Gee, baby, ain't I good to you?
And it was only natural for Cameron to fall into the romantic comedy genre next, and she absolutely thrived. With the delightful rom-com, My Best Friend's Wedding. It's a funny flick about getting married to a man named There's Something About Mary, from the director of Green Book, which brilliantly blended the worlds of 90s gross-out slapstick with 90s heartwarming romantic comedy. Her performance is, dare I say, iconic. Her style, her charm, her comedic timing, and her hair were all perfect.
Great. I could use
No,
some.
you don't have to. You don't.
I just ran out.
This delightfully disgusting performance earned Diaz her first Golden Globe nomination. Cameron was officially a superstar. This followed with the film Very Bad Things. I haven't seen it, but I hear good things about Very Bad Things. And I'm sure that we can all relate to this, but Cameron often found that her good looks would limit the roles offered to her. Those pesky good looks were always getting in the way. But director Spike Jonze believed that Cameron Diaz could be more than just a pretty face. Yes, the year was 1999 AD Anno Domini. The greatest year for movies ever. And one of those movies was Being John Malkovich. There's a saying that they say in Tinseltown, and it goes a little something like this. There are only 14 stories to tell. Well, Cameron Diaz describes this as number 15. She is absolutely wonderful in this Charlie Kaufman crafted wild mind-trippin', gender-bendin', puppet-flippin' adventure. Her character could have easily just been the wife to our protagonist. Totally believable as a tough team owner or something. Once again showing off her acting range. Go team go. Yay sports. Hey, Charlie's Angels was a huge hit. Huge. Then there was 2001, the year, not the movie. And in that year came an animated mega hit called Shrek.
Wake up! What?
Her voice perfectly fit the princess. It was wonderful. He believed that she was crazy, which is a great compliment for an actress. In the film Gangs of New York, alongside acting titans Daniel Day-Lewis' best friend's wedding co-star Julia Roberts. All this one because I think I had a girlfriend at the time. So That's not a good thing. Sorry, Cameron, I'm sorry. Expect when you're expecting. And like I always say, it's never a good idea to make a film based off of a pregnancy book. Then she did a horrible film written by the Coen brothers of all people called Gambit, which is not an X-Men movie, so who cares? And then in 2013, she worked with the great Ridley Scott in The Counselor. But this is one of those lesser Ridley Scott films. Cameron Diaz's final film. That Annie reboot. Cameron's misguided, out-of-tune swan song. The hype for this musical was pretty big, but it was yet another huge flop. Flopping all over the place. I remember everybody throwing that vicious shade all over Cameron's singing, but I don't know, I think it fit the character. Life for Cameron. Oh! And Cameron Diaz has gone on to say that letting go of Hollywood has brought her peace. She finally got herself back. She hated that being famous was her job, and the evil clutches of Hollyweird no longer have a grip on her soul. Miss Diaz is now free, finally her own person, and I think she's not desperately hanging on to her falling star. Nope, she has let go and is soaring on her own, and I respect that. Plus, she has like 140 million bucks in the bank, so she can do whatever she wants, you know? So thanks for the great films, Miss Diaz, thanks for the laughs, thanks for the tears, thanks for the dancing, thanks for the gas, and thanks for the beauty advice. You will always have a place in our cinematic hearts. Because, what can I say?
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Tear-jerking drama. That's right, Wesley Snipes can do it all. Yep, he's one of the few Hollywood tough guys that actually can walk the walk, and kick the kick, and punch the punch. Over the years, he has earned a reputation of being difficult to work with, and he's had a few run-ins with the law, resulting in some hard time. And now it seems like he's destined for the direct-to-video market, but there have been a few sparks of hope with some interesting supporting roles recently. But are these enough to unfreeze his career and bring Wesley Snipes back to the top? Let's find out on today's WTF episode, where we ask the question that's been on everybody's mind since, like, Blade 3. What the f*** happened to Wesley Snipes? But to truly understand what the f*** happened to Wesley Snipes, we must start at the beginning. Wesley Snipes was born in Florida, but grew up in the Bronx. He studied martial arts from the age of 7 because he was small for his age and wanted to defend himself while living in the Bronx. He studied acting, dance, and music at a performing arts high school. And during this time, young Wesley was developing his skills, and this led to his first movie role. In 1986, there was a movie called Wildcats, and Wesley Snipes was in it. It's a fun little football movie, and it was the first of many collaborations between Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. And for both of these young future mega movie stars, this was their first feature film credit. Woody and Wesley, BFFs. Wesley Snipes can really credit the launch of his career, not with a movie, not with a TV show, but with a music video. And not just any music video. It was bad. And bad was good. Really good. This young thespian impressed everyone, including Michael Jackson himself and the director, some dude named Martin Scorsese. Performance in the bad music video impressed people like Spike Lee, who offered Snipes a role in Do the Right Thing, but Snipes turned it down to take on a major role in the major motion picture, Major League. This hilarious sports comedy is one of the best beneath him, and the role was cast with Omar Epps. Any sense? It makes sense to me. Then in 1992, there was a movie called The Water Dance, where he plays a man in a wheelchair. It's a drama with 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. And even though he missed out on Do the Right Thing, eventually he got to work with the great Spike Lee. With films like They Ain't Got No Skills on the Court. And just like with baseball in Major League, Wesley Snipes was not very good at basketball either, even though he's a great athlete, you know, in stuff like martial arts and dancing. But the director said that he possessed the swagger of a good basketball player, which is all that matters in a movie because, you know, movie magic, you don't actually have to be a good basketball player to be a good basketball player in a movie, you know, like Air Bud, or Space Jam, or or Flubber. White Men Can't Jump was the 16th highest grossing movie of 1992, and that's pretty good, I think. It's, you know, at least the top 20, so way to go. And just like Stanley Kubrick, this is one of my favorite Wesley Snipes movies. Because Stanley Kubrick and I share the exact same tastes.
Oh, it hurts! Oh, it hurts! It hurts so bad! Oh, hey, baby, let me tell you something. I don't mean to brag, but I'm the greatest. I am the greatest.
Then in 1992 came Passenger 57. And this was the start of Wesley Snipes, the action star. He plays a man named Cutter, John Cutter, in this exciting action flick. It's a pretty decent Die Hard ripoff, as far as Die Hard ripoffs go. But this one takes place on a plane and a carnival. Critics hated this movie because, you know, it's kind of stupid, but it has all the makings of a fun action movie. It features a very young and very deadly Elizabeth Hurley, and another future inmate, Tom Sizemore. It's kind of weird to think that both of these movie stars right here would one day end up behind bars. But yeah, Passenger 57. The writer said that the title was inspired by the Heinz 57 ketchup because, hey, if it works for ketchup, it will work for... Wesley Snipes was arrested for weapons charges. He had a gun on him when he shouldn't have. And soon after that, he was involved in another incident which involved a high-speed motorcycle chase, 120 miles per hour with the police. It was wild, it was crazy, it was all over the tabloids, and Wesley Snipes was forever labeled a bad boy. So now it was time for him to play a bad boy on the silver screen with the brilliant sci-fi masterpiece, Demolition Man, in 1993.
Find display.
And I cannot tell a lie, this is genuinely one of my favorite movies. It's one of those stupid action movies that's actually smart. A clever sci-fi satire of society and the human condition, dressed up as an action-packed blockbuster. It's brilliant, it's awesome, I love it. That man, him and his demolition, it's